What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Happy Saturday. This camera. Okay. I think hopefully it's clear on y'all's end. It was a little blurry, but it's clear on my end now. Hopefully it's clear on you all's end. Happy Saturday, you guys. We are here to talk about Belle Collective. It's back. It's back. It's back. Belle Collective season 7, episode 11, which I already had that in my thumbnail. So I hope I didn't have the wrong thumbnail for the last episode. I don't know. But let's get into it. We pick up where we left off, where the ladies are still at lunch arguing with Shantae and Tambra. Tambra gets up to leave. And then you have Carrie running after Tambra talking about, well, can you just come back in? Can you just come back in and finish? Can you just come back in and finish? Carrie, I'm starting to believe that you are production's patsy. Because it is clear that the two of them don't need to be back at that table. They arguing. Tambra got her all out of her character. Talking about some don't put your finger in my face and all of this. It is clear. It is clear that they don't need to be around each other right now. You run into well, can you just come back inside? That girl, Tambra done told you, no, I don't need to be around her right now because it's going to be ugly. Like, why is she even here? And I'm thinking, I agree. Like, Carrie, that just made me look like, why are you so hell-bent on her going back in there when it's clear that they don't need to be back in there together? I don't know, but Tambra left, which I agree with because Tambra was absolutely pissed off. And then Shantae is talking about some, I'm not here to cause no problems. I don't need to be causing problems. I've been at y'all's events. Y'all already got drama without me. Yeah, you're right. They already have drama without you, but you absolutely have been showing up causing problems. And you've been doing what your friend been wanting you to do. Because TC is talking about some, only reason why I have Shantae here is because to have my back, because I felt like nobody else had my back. No, you brought her around because of last season with Amber and Latrice. And you were like, well, if Latrice gonna bring Amber around, I'm gonna bring my homegirl around. If Latrice gonna bring somebody around to start trouble and bring up my business, then I'm gonna bring one of my friends around to start trouble and bring up other people's business. Because I found it real interesting that the two things that Shantae did was tap Latrice on her shoulder and tap Tambra on her shoulder. I found that to be very interesting. Shantae, why you didn't have no issues with Marie? Why you ain't had nothing to say to Selena? I found that to be very interesting. What's up, y'all? Hey, T, what's going on? T, did you look at the games today? Those were some good games. The Lynx versus the Shot, and then the Aces versus Golden State. Those were some good games. That's why I've been all day watching basketball. So, let me take this gum on my mouth. So I was really sitting here like, in my mind, that's why Shantae's here. And that's what Shantae's role is. And that's why Leticia is sitting back and she don't have no issue with nothing that's going on because that's why she's there. You know. Oh, you wanted the Valkyrie to win? I like Asia. So I wanted the Aces to win because I like Asia. Then they got to arguing. No, that's at the next scene. Never mind. That's the next scene. So then we see Glenn. Glenn is still talking to the attorney about the prenup, postnup, and divorce and all of that. And I found it real interesting to me, Glenn, that you had an issue with a postnup until that attorney told you that a postnup could work in your favor too. Now that Leticia may or may not be making money with Belle Collective, and she may have money that y'all didn't have when y'all first got married, that this could work in your favor if you get the right person writing that that postnup for you. I thought it was very interesting because you were like, well, he was like, well, I mean, am I protected? Like, what about my 401k? What about my money? What about my insurance policies? And the attorney was like, well, no, she has a right to those things. And he was like, so then what does the posting up, what does it do for me? How does it help me? And she was like, well, because it could go the other way. Like, you know, now you could be entitled to the money she's making. You could be entitled to the things that she has going on. Then all of a sudden you were like, oh, okay, I see. I was like, see, that's the bullshit right there. That's that bullshit right there. Now all of a sudden you see. Now all of a sudden you don't have no problem with no prenup, postnup. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I told y'all this a long time ago, and I'm older, so I'm coming at it from an old school mindset. I mean, not an old school mindset, an old lady mindset. Because if you would ask me 20 years ago, my answer would have been different. 20 years ago, I didn't believe in prenups, postnups, no nups. I didn't. I was like, you get married. Whatever y'all build together, and it is what it is. I didn't believe in none of that. If you would ask me 20 years ago, I'd be like, prenups are for people that's planning to get, you planning to fail. Why you need a prenup if you planning to fail? I don't feel that way anymore. But I'm also a lot older now. And I just don't feel that way anymore. I've seen way too many people get caught up. Because here's the reality of the situation. You don't divorce the person that you marry. The person that you marry, you were like, I never believe. What up, little baby? Hey, Ronnie. I don't believe in all of these things. You know, the person you marry, y'all are in love. Life is great. Y'all are all, it's rainbows and roses and flowers on Friday and date nights and romantic. You know what I mean? Like, it's all lovely. But by the time you get to the end of a marriage, to the point where y'all no longer want to be together anymore, very few couples, because I'm not going to say it's one person or the other, but very few couples have the capacity. Very few couples have the capacity to walk away from a marriage and handle it in a mature way with grace, because we're dealing with hurt feelings. When relationships end, somebody's hurt. Somebody's hurt. So, right. Nope. We got to handle our business. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Yeah. I mean, especially if you walk into a marriage with something. Like, you know, when you get married at 18 years old, hell, you probably don't have much unless you got a trust fund or something. You get married at 21, 22, straight out of college or the military or just in general, y'all probably aren't bringing anything to the table. But as you get older, as you accumulate your own things, you are bringing things to the table. And you probably should protect them. You know what I mean? You know, Glenn claims he wouldn't take Leticia's money, but I don't believe him. He wants to control all the things. Glenn absolutely would take her money, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because in Glenn's mind, he provided this platform for her to make the money. In his mind, he is going to convince himself that if it weren't for him, if it weren't for even if he just say, I supported her, I was there for her, I allowed her to work. So I absolutely believe that he would try to take something. I believe that. I mean, if we're to believe Leticia, she didn't even have a damn bank account prior to coming on the show and making her own money. So yeah, absolutely, Tanya. He's definitely coming to get it, in my opinion. So sometimes it's amicable and folks with reasonable, like Tracy and Babyface, but oftentimes folks act a fool. Yeah. Yep. So, but I just found it interesting that once the attorney told you it goes both ways, you were cool. Hold on, y'all. My nose has been running all day. Hold on. It's daggone allergies. Ugh. Sorry, child. These allergies been killing me. Ugh. looks like it's supposed to be raining, and I hope so. I think they haven't. I think we got scattered thunderstorms in the area. I hope it come through here because that damn pollen is killing me. And I need to change the filter on my AC, my HVAC unit. It's time for me. My alarm went off this week for me to change my filter. That might be part of it too. Might be dust recycling through, but I'll change that too. Can someone tell Tracy and Babyface to put the Soul Food series back on Paramount? They don't control that. They do not control that. They don't control what, especially Paramount. Paramount right now, child, they don't want to see any more. Yeah, I thought so, Ronnie. I thought I saw a severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, they don't want any more black faces on Paramount than what they have to put on Paramount right now, child. No. Hold your breath on that one. I think what was that channel that it used to come on? All Black. It used to come on All Black back in the day too. It looks worse in Virginia and Norfolk, Virginia. Ooh. I know, DB. I know, boo. I know. So then we have, and this is where the episode, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't care about nothing else that happened this episode except for this storyline, if I'm really being honest. Because I really don't even care about the whole Carrie is a flip-flopper, Carrie is a liar, Carrie. I really don't. This whole situation with with Carrie meeting up with Marie and Leticia to talk about this influencer situation. Well, first of all, I think they were meeting to talk about, I don't even know why they were meeting, but they were talking about whether Carrie lied on Marie or not about the whole conversation with Selena's husband, whatever. Oh, let me rewind a little bit. I'm sorry. Selena also said that she didn't say anything negative about Leticia. She would never do that because that's her friend. I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that. And the reason why I say I don't believe that part is because Shantae and Leticia fell out at one point. I believe it was in that window of time that she was talking trash. I do not think she was talking trash about Leticia when they were cool. I don't believe that. But I do believe that when they fell out, when they were no longer cool with each other, I believe she was probably talking trash. That I believe. Because it just seemed like that kind of person to me. Sorry, not sorry. She just seemed like that kind of person to me. Oh, it's on YouTube. Oh, okay, it's on YouTube. So then they meeting down with Carrie, and Carrie starts telling Marie and Leticia that she's doing an influencer event. She, we know that she does that she's an influencer. She does social media, and she's saying she's doing an event in Jackson with Black Girl Vitamins. Shout out to Black Girl Vitamins. Y'all know I'm an affiliate with Black Girl Vitamins. I have a discount code. If you want it, let me know. I put it. It's actually it's just ReallyBTV. It ain't hard. If you get you some Black Girl Vitamins, which I recommend Black Girl Vitamins, not just because I have an affiliate code, but honestly, I use them and I like them. If it's your first time ordering, you get a 15% off using my discount code ReallyBTV. Okay, with that being said, moving right along. I did not like this situation at all, and I'm gonna tell you why. This was so elementary school to me. I don't even know what to do with myself. Marie gonna say to Carrie, so you gonna do an influencer event with Latrice? Why would you choose Latrice? And Carrie was like, well, because she's got the goddess lens. She's got, she's got a product that we can use and we can, work with. She's got a business and stuff. And Marie gonna say, Leticia got a business. So Carrie was and Carrie was trying to be very nice. Carrie was like, well, she's got an actual product, like something that we can like sell. Marie gonna say, well, Leticia has a product. She said she got a brand. She got a brand. So then Marie gonna say, I find it very interesting that you brought up that she's the one that brought you into the collective, and you mean to tell me that you wouldn't give her that opportunity? First of all, number one, let's break the fourth wall for a second. You know, I know, and everybody else who watch reality TV knows that Leticia didn't have nothing to do with Carrie being on this show no more than Portia had anything to do with K. Michelle being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Yes, Leticia is the person that they used to introduce Carrie to the group. But y'all know, like I know, that even if Leticia recommended Carrie to the group, they still have to audition. They still have to go through a vetting process. They still have to go through a whole situation before they're actually asked to be on the show. Women on these shows, women, men, whoever, these people on these reality shows, they always make recommendations. Production always says, hey, do you know anybody that might be interested in being on the show? Do you know anybody that boom, 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 boom? And then they reach out to those people. So, girl, first of all, you didn't have nothing to do with this woman being on the show. Even if you gave Carlos and production Carrie's name, which I'm not even convinced you did that. Because how do you even know Carrie? Carrie don't even live in Jackson. Second of all, Carrie can do an event with whoever she fucking wants to do an event with. We see these happen on reality shows all the damn time. We see that these women do events with people all the time. They do events with people they cool with, but they do events with people they not so cool with. They do events with the new girl. They do events with they do it all the time. Like, it's not like, that's not a rule that says you can only do an event with the person that brought you onto the show. And then they did these flashbacks where they showed where Carrie and Leticia have done events together in the past. So it's not like they've never worked together. Why can't Carrie do an event with somebody else? And the third reason why this shit pissed me off is this is how, and y'all, I know I know it's a reality show and people got to keep the drama, but this is how we keep the damn drama going on these shows. Marie and Latrice just made up. Marie and Latrice just made up. So now you're creating drama all over again where there doesn't need to be any. It doesn't need to be any drama. You're creating a problem where there is no problem. Girl, it's a damn influencer event. It is not that deep. Nobody, like, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. So while the ladies are having this conversation, Tambra, Latrice, and Selena are over at Taste, and they're having a conversation. And basically, they're just they're bringing Latrice up to speed on what happened at the event. And Tambra was like, "Girl, if I knew you wasn't coming, why you ain't telling me you wasn't coming? Because if I knew you wasn't coming, I wouldn't have been coming." And she went on to just talk about how her and Tambra are really good friends. And they were friends before the show, and how Tambra's really been there for her. And how, and Tambra was saying, you were there for me. You know what I mean? Like, you called me every day when I was, dealing with my dad and everything. And, just that their bond is just legit, which I believe. I believe it's a legit bond, because one thing for sure, I can say, you can go back to the beginning of this show. Tambra and Latrice ain't never fell out. Tambra and Latrice ain't never had no real beef, no real issues. They might have had a disagreement here or there, but that's real. That's life. You don't always agree with somebody 100%. But Tambra and Latrice ain't never had no real beef, in my opinion. Now, if they had something, y'all let me know. But I remember Latrice always having Tambra's back and Tambra always having Latrice's back. And now, if something different happened, y'all remind me, because I don't remember. And for Marie to go in front of both of them was super messy. Oh, to go there in front of both of them, yeah. Maria's creating a problem that does not have to be. I'm glad Carrie said, "Oh, I can only collab with certain people." Like, what the F? And what pissed me off was, in the moment, I was like, Leticia, I appreciate that Leticia was like, "Look, she ain't speaking for me. I don't have anything to do with that." What's up, Quake Boo? She not speaking for me. I don't have anything to do with that. I don't have no way to feel about it. But then I was giving you credit, and I was probably giving you credit too soon, because then you're gonna turn around and on the flip side say, well, I mean, Carrie has a right to work with whoever she works with, but it's just very disappointing because she's choosing sides. How is that? See, this is that, and Carrie was like, so is this elementary school? Like, are we in elementary school now? And I was with Carrie on this one. Like, what do you mean choosing sides? What are we talking about here? Because and again, I thought we had all made up. I thought we were all cool again. So what does this mean? Who's choosing sides? I thought Leticia and Latrice had talked and they were going to work on their relationship. Latrice and Marie, they was just at the damn script club together. What do you mean choosing sides? What's up, Tawanda Boo? Like, I don't even understand what you're talking about. Oh, so you working with her, so you choosing sides. We was all just kumbaya a second ago. Marie and Leticia are the elementary school kids in the room. And it's ridiculous. Listen, y'all know I'm all here for reality shows and drama. I'm here for it. We all here for it. We like it. It is what it is. But the flip side of it is, don't be making shit up that ain't there. We just all made up. If we're going to have a disagreement about something or a beef about something, let's find something legit to have a disagreement about or beef about. Because this is stupid. This is just stupid. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Right, it's one damn event. Like, y'all act like, and I could even see if this happened at the beginning of the season when there was a clear line. But at this point, we were supposed to all make up unless they film this out of sequence. That's the only thing unless they're showing us this out of sequence. Because other than that, it don't make no sense to me. Thank you. It doesn't make any sense to me unless that's what they're doing. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. It's stupid. So Carrie goes to visit Latrice down to the Goddess Locks. Carrie, listen. Carrie, you better take your page out of the Candy Burris book of taking lemons and making lemonade. Did y'all see her little sweatshirt, Sophista Ratchet? Did y'all see that? See what I'm saying? That is what you're supposed to do when you on these reality shows. She said Sophista Ratchet, it became a thing. Now she got a sweatshirt and she wearing it in a scene. So now people be like so now what they're going to do? People are going to go to her Instagram page and be like, I want one of them hoodies. I want one of them sweatshirts. I want a Sophista Ratchet shirt. Now she probably ain't going to make, she might make a couple of $1,000 depending on how many people want to buy the shirt. It's a season. It's not going to last forever. But that's how you get you a quick hit. That's how you get you one. You said something on the show, you're going to make it a thing. People are going to buy that t-shirt for a minute. They might only buy it for the next 2 months. Okay. And in that 2 months time, you might walk away with $2,000, $3,000 in your pocket. That's what you're supposed to do on these shows. You're supposed to have it ready. I'm not mad at you, Carrie girl. I'm not mad at you at all. You have a relationship with Black Girl Vitamin C. Did y'all peep what Carrie did with this? Forget about the drama of this bullshit with Marie and Leticia. Did y'all peep what she did? I have a partnership with Black Girl Vitamin because I follow her on social media. She does she does videos for Black Girl Vitamins all the time. Remember when they went to the house last year when she rented the beach house down in Baton Rouge, I guess it was. I think that's where they were, Baton Rouge, and she had the Black Girl Vitamins in the gift bag. I said something then. I said, look at her with the Black Girl Vitamins, because I peeped it. So you're gonna have a whole event with your affiliate, Black Girl Vitamins. Baby, that's what you're supposed to be doing on these shows. Don't be mad. Marie and Leticia, don't be mad at Carrie because she know how to create these moments for herself. I mean, yes, the restaurant that the brick and spoon ain't doing too well, and she might have to close that down. But baby, she still got other things going on over here. And she brought Goddess Lens in for multiple of reasons. Because now she can get now she can get an affiliate code for Goddess Lens. Okay, you order you a Black Girl Vitamin bundle. I'm gonna give you a 20% off code on some Goddess Lens. Or you order you a bundle, you spend $50 at Goddess Lens. I'm gonna give you an affiliate code for Black Girl Vitamins. Get you 20% off. Get you 15% off. That's how you, and that's why she said, well, she has a product. She has something that I can actually work with. I can't give nobody 10% off of a ticket to a brunch that might not happen for 2 years. I can't do that. I can't give nobody a discount code for a ticket to a brunch that you might not do for the next two seasons. Sorry, not sorry. You don't have a product, Leticia. At least not a product that you, I mean, we just found out you was a Belle's bondsman this season. I've been knowing your ass was a Belle's bondsman. But you ain't never talk about it. You never use it as part of your storyline. Right. See, Tanya, Carrie is smart. That's probably, if I'm being honest, that's probably one of the main reasons why she did work with Latrice. Cause I can turn this into something. Don't be surprised if you start seeing Carrie selling, doing videos, doing TikTok videos or videos on her YouTube. I mean, on her Instagram page for Goddess Lens. Quake. I ain't fooling with y'all. It hurts at first. It hurts at first said, hey, really be off topic, but I would love to get yours, El Teddy, and Ebby's view on the Dominique Morgan situation and the proof that the foundation released. Conscious TV did a huge show on it. I actually was in his bushes. I actually watched. I listened to the majority of that live. He just I think he might have still been live when I went live. I listened to the majority of it, and I did hear the response. I'm gonna tell you now, Abby's probably not going to comment on it one way or the other because she just don't care. I'm gonna just be honest. Abby don't care enough. Like Abby doesn't do those types of commentary. I mean, you can ask El Teddy. I'm sure he has an opinion. He always does. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to do a video on it. But I can tell you what my opinion is. I was very open-minded to hearing Dominique Morgan's proof. I wasn't going to pay to see it behind a paywall, but I was interested to hear what she had to say. Listening to the Okra Project's response, it does seem very detailed. It seemed very thorough. They had emails and all kinds of things to support their response. So it ain't looking good from that perspective. I don't know. I want to see what Dominique Morgan's proof is before I really say one way or the other. But what I will say is, no, I appreciate you, boo. What I'm gonna say, and we're gonna get back to the episode. What I will say is, damn, I lost my train of thought just that quick. What I will say is, when I some of what Dominique Morgan said, I just as somebody that follows court cases and reads court cases and stuff, some of what she said didn't make sense to me when she said it. And she pled guilty. So at the end of the day, you plead guilty, and then you want to explain what was or what wasn't accurate. I don't know. You pled guilty. I mean, if you had been convicted, that'd be one thing, but you pled guilty. I mean, she said it's been 4 years and she didn't want to keep having it hang over her head. But my thing is, hell, you've been fighting it for 4 years. What's 4 more? If you're not guilty, if you didn't do anything wrong. But anyway, that's my opinion. But the Okra Project's response definitely made me be like, It definitely made me do a double take. All right, moving right along. We get to the event, the content creator event. I will say this, Carrie, why were you dressed like? Why were you dressed like a first lady? Why you didn't have on something fun and cute and young? Like, why did you have on that like Chanel style outfit? Like, I don't know. Like, you content creator, I know that there are content creators of all ages and all of that, but that's like a young people thing. Like, you're having a whole like content creator boot camp. Be fun. Like, have on some cargo pants and some heels and a nice, blouse or something, tank top or something. You really look like you were conducting a interview for a Fortune 500 company. It just looks so stuffy. And then here come Latrice. And I was like, Latrice, here you come looking. I mean, maybe she gave you the dress code because Latrice show up looking like the other first lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I thought, when I think of content creator, I know that content creating is a serious business. People make good money, right? But I don't think of serious. I thought this was a fun event. Like, you're going to have people show up, right? So there has to be a way to whittle the people down. And I gave me white diamonds, right? It looked like it did look like white diamonds. I thought this was a fun way to eliminate people, to get to see people's personalities. I thought it was fun. They had the different acronyms on what the acronyms meant and stuff like that. And then they had the people do it single, or they had the people introduce themselves. And then they had the people working in groups trying to figure out what the little, I know you fucking line and all of that. Then they had the people work in groups and do like TikTok dances. I thought, like, put together like routines for TikTok dances. I thought it was cute. That is what people are doing on social media. You got hateration 1 and hateration 2 in the back of the room talking about, what does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with selling a brand? What does this have to do? And I'm like, Marie, y'all just hating from outside the club, because anybody that does social media, anybody that does content knows that those are the types of things. I was getting ready to try to do, because I wanted to do a video for the Sexy Ladies for Lizzo, because I really want to support the song. I really love the song, and I really want to support it with DC and all of that. And I was just like, that is what people are doing. And there has to be a way to dwindle down the numbers, because she only had a spot for 3 people. So you got to do it in a way that you can kind of be fair about it. Everybody looked like they were having a good time. People were laughing. I didn't see anybody in the corner going, I'm not doing that. This is stupid. Like, they looked like it was fun. And then Selena talking about I think some of this was unnecessary, but it was entertaining. Girl, you be on TikTok dancing with your daughters all the time. You do videos with your daughters all the time. Girl, go sit down somewhere, Selena. I thought it was a good time. I thought it was fun. Hell, Carrie girl, if you want to come to DC and do one of these, I'll come. Carrie, hey girl, if you want to come to DC and do an event like this with Black Girl Vitamins, I'll come. I already have an affiliate link with Black Girl Vitamins. I'll be an ambassador. Hello? So stupid. Right, Jazzy. It was just a fun way to narrow down the people. So after the event is over, of course, they're talking. And of course, Marie and Leticia stank face complaining. And Latrice, I'm not mad at Latrice for saying, hey, Marie, I thought me and you were good. Like, Carrie told me that you had an issue with her doing this event with me. And here's where they were getting on my nerves. Marie gonna say, Carrie, I don't really appreciate that because you made it seem like I had a problem with Latrice. I don't have a problem with Latrice. That's not what I said. But if I'm Latrice, if it were me, I understand why Latrice felt like, well, damn, why do you have an issue with me? Because I would feel the same way. I'd be like, I thought me and you were good. Like, why is there an issue with her doing this event with me? You're playing semantics. I didn't say I had a problem with Latrice. I just didn't understand why you didn't choose Leticia. Well, if I'm Latrice, not Timon and Pumbaa. Oh my gosh, y'all. I have 2 students. And at the beginning of the year, you always saw them together, right? At the beginning of the school year, they were freaking frat. You always saw them together. One was a fat, I'm just describing it so y'all understand. Fat boy who I'm pretty certain is Libidaqua. I don't know if he know it yet, and I could be wrong. But if he ain't really Libidaqua, everybody gonna think he is for the rest of his life because I do. Okay, but he's like fat, you know, and his best friend, she's like short, and I'm pretty certain she Libidaqua too. I'm pretty certain she is part of the lesbian committee. Again, I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'm not wrong. So I called them Timon and Pumbaa at the beginning of that. I sure did. And that's what, I'm not changing it. I mean, I didn't call them that to their face. I didn't call them that to their face, but I definitely said it behind their back. And I said it to another teacher as they were walking down the hall one day. And that other teacher was like, now I can't unsee it. I was like, that's what I saw. But every time I see them, that's what I see. I see Timon and Pumbaa. All they got to do is just sing Hakuna Matata, and that just bring it all the way around and bring it all the way full circle. Just sing, give me some Hakuna Matata. Anyway, so it just irritated me because now, Marie, you want to sit there and be like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And then they turned this into a whole conversation about Carrie lying, repeating things wrong, saying things wrong. Let me say this. Do Carrie be carrying bones sometimes? Yeah, sure. Does Carrie sometimes carry the wrong bone or sometimes carry the bone in the incorrect way? Yeah, maybe, sure. But she don't do nothing that the rest of y'all don't do. We are not getting ready to turn this into an indictment on Carrie, like Carrie get it all wrong and Carrie always on that bullshit. That's what we not gonna do. Marie and Leticia, y'all sat there and told that woman that she was choosing sides because she was having an event with Latrice. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can play games with semantics all y'all want. That translates into you have a problem with her working with Latrice. And if I was Latrice, I'd be like, I thought we were cool. What's the issue? What's the issue? And again, what we're not going to do is act like Carrie do something that the rest of y'all don't do. All of y'all do that shit. All of y'all carry bones, and all of y'all sometimes switch up the words so that they work for what y'all want them to work for. Y'all all do. Excuse me. Y'all all do it. You know? That's just my opinion. So when they started arguing about that, I didn't even get. I didn't even. Child. But can I? I do have one more thing before I get off of here that I do want to talk about. Y'all, why did excuse me, why when they met down to that restaurant with Carrie, where Carrie, Marie, and Leticia met down to that restaurant, Leticia, I had to think that this was just a secret code. It must have been a secret code that you and Marie already prearranged because Leticia, why with a straight face? A straight face. Why did you look at Marie and say, girl, you doing something different with your hair? It looks different. And then Carrie gonna say, you letting it grow out? Marie was like, yeah, girl, child, this mess, girl. Girl. There has been nothing different about Marie's hair since this show started, unless she was wearing a wig. And I'm not too sure that them finger waves ain't a wig. Baby, it ain't nothing new about Marie's hair. It ain't been nothing new about Marie's hair. The only thing I can think of is that is some sort of secret message that y'all have prearranged. That when I say when you compliment me on my hair, that means that, or when I compliment you on your hair, that means dot 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 dot. Because there's nothing new about Marie's hair. She been wearing them finger waves and that short curly, whether it's a wig or not, I don't even know. It probably is a wig, child. These days, I don't know. But there's nothing new. Kim said, "Is her nose new?" Maybe. But if it is, she gonna lie about it because she swear up and down she ain't had no BBL, and you a BBL lie. We can go back and look at season 1 and look at your body from season 1 and look at your body now and know that you had work done, Marie. It's all good. Leticia let us know she had work done. And here's the thing. You ain't got to tell us. I mean, it's your business. You ain't got to tell us that you had work done, but don't play with my emotions. Don't play with my intelligence and make it seem like you didn't have nothing done. I be damned. And again, I ain't mad at you. I keep telling y'all, I would have work done. I ain't gonna sit here but tell like I would never have work done. But you sitting here playing in my face, making me think that you didn't. When I'm sitting here, look, I can look at you. I have eyes. Hello, ma'am. Go back to season 1 and look at Marie. And then go to maybe that season after she was sick and didn't film a lot. I feel like that's when she came back with that new body. Remember that season when it was Akeisha's first season on the show when they were saying about the group chat and what Akeisha said. Remember that when Marie was on the phone. Marie didn't film a lot that season. She said she was sick a lot that season, which I believe. We know she has lupus, so I believe she had like flare-ups and stuff like that. But when they came back after that season and filmed, that's when she came back with that new body, yada yada. Watch that season and watch that first season when she came to Latrice's event with that little with Leticia's brunch with that little Bo Peep outfit on. Girl, we still remember that little Bo Peep outfit. But that was pretty much the episode, y'all. Tomorrow, I did this tonight, so tomorrow I know I'm owe y'all Love and Marriage Huntsville and Heart and Hustle Houston, right? That's what I'm gonna owe y'all tomorrow. And then of course Real Housewives of Atlanta. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do Love and Marriage Huntsville and Heart and Hustle Houston before I leave tomorrow to go out. But it's just gonna depend on what what time I wake up in the morning and what I watch tonight. I'm gonna try to watch them tonight. I'm just to see if I feel like it. Right now, my stomach hurt. I might need to go lay down for a little while. If I go lay down for a little while, I ain't watching nothing else tonight. It's a wrap. Because I'm gonna probably just watch something on my iPad. I'm probably just gonna watch a movie or something if I go lay down. But my stomach, I think I know why my stomach, but my stomach, well, I can say that my stomach been feeling funky this afternoon. So, but that's what it is. Anyway, with that being said, it was something announcement I was gonna make before I got off of here. Whatever it is, I'll remember to make it tomorrow. With that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.